From deep within a forgotten shipwreck, oily balls have been rising for more than 50 years, ever since the ship went down. Divers can't see the wreck, but the oil slick is a telltale sign that the ship is directly below. Jean-Michel Cousteau has a thirst for exploration, and he wants to follow the oily bubbles in search of the mystery ship. Getting there is not easy. The wreck is over 100 feet down. At that depth, divers have to be extra careful about time, so Jean-Michel doesn't have long to explore. First stop, the bridge, the brain of every ship, where the captain and his officers face the challenges of the sea. The steering wheel is rusted and decayed, but Jean-Michel can imagine what it might have been like to be the captain during the ship's last moments. Did he get off in time, or did he go down with the ship? Jean-Michel can't wait for the answer. He wants to get to the very bottom of the ship before his time runs out. Carefully, he enters the bowels of the vessel. As Jean-Michel follows the catwalk and staircase down, he must be very careful. Wreck diving can be dangerous. It's easy to get lost in here or tangled up on some rusted piece of metal. Parts of the ship can break off and bury you if you're not careful. This was once the ship's kitchen, but there's nothing cooking here now. In fact, there's almost nothing living at all. On the outside of the ship, there are lots of sponges and corals. But in here, there's a lot of silt and little else. That's because there's so little light that algae can't grow. And where algae can't grow, neither can the animals that feed on them. Jean-Michel moves past the giant engines that once powered the big ship and enters the electrician's cabin. Here he discovers the source of the oily bubbles. But down here, oil spills on the ceiling, not on the floor. That's because oil and water don't mix. It's kind of like oil and vinegar salad dressing. The oil rises to the top of the cabin, and then the oil makes its way up and out of the wreck on its way to the surface of the ocean. Now, Jean-Michel continues his journey to the bottom of the shipwreck. But what's this? A monster? It's spooky, all right, but it's not dangerous. The monster is just a rusty old machine that looks like a robot frozen in time. But time is something Jean-Michel doesn't have. He must now carefully hurry back to the land of the living. Getting into the ship was easy. Now he must remember how to get out, or the ship could become his grave. Whew. He's just about out of the ship, but not out of danger. Now he and his cameramen must stop on their way to the surface to prevent diving accidents. The divers would like to have stayed longer on the mystery ship, but as far as this Jack is concerned, it looks like they've already outstayed their welcome.